Hi everyone, it's Susan Jones and welcome back to my Sunday Spotlight. Today I'm going to go ahead and share 3 fun and easy ways to practice sight words at home. Now, these activities you'll definitely be able to use in the classroom as well when we head back, but for now they might be fun to pass along to your parents at home. Now, before I dive in, I will go ahead and share that over the past couple years, I've gone ahead and created a bunch of videos sharing some sight word games and activities already. So I will go ahead and link a card up here, and I'll also put my sight word playlist down in the description below in case you want to watch any of those games after this video. And just so you know, 2 of my favorite ones are sight word splash and sight word treasure hunt. All right, let's see the 3 games. The first game is called Sight Word Hide and Seek. I'll go ahead and insert a picture of it here. I've actually shared this a couple times, but today I want to share a few ways to kind of switch it up and make it a little different for you and your child at home. All you're going to need for this activity are some cups or containers of some kind. They don't even need to all be the same. As you can see here, I used red Solo cups, but if you have paper cups or anything that the kids can't see under. And then you're just gonna need an object. In my case, I used little teddy bears that I had. You could use a ping pong ball or a little block, a little Lego man, anything you have at home. To play sight word hide and seek, you're first gonna choose 5 to 6 different sight words that you want to review or teach to your student. So pick those 5 or 6 of them and go over them first, whether you already write them on the cup, and in case you don't want to write it on the cup or whatever containers you're using, you could either use some labels or some sticky notes to just put it on the containers. That way you wouldn't waste as many either. That's what I started doing after I had written on those cups and realized I wanted to use them again. So go ahead and do that first, and before you even play, like I said, you're going to show your student each word and you're going to read it out loud with them, have them practice it a couple times, and then you're ready to play hide and seek. To play hide and seek, all you're gonna do is have your student either turn around or close their eyes, and you will hide that object, the little bear or whatever you have, underneath one of the cups. When your student turns around, they are going to try to find the bear. So to do that, all they will need to do is go ahead and read the sight word first. If they say the word correctly, we can lift up the cup and see if they found it. Once they've gone ahead and found the bear under that sight word cup, you can actually remove that one and play again. And you keep playing until there's only 1 sight word cup left. Now, many teachers already know this, but with sight words, it's not just important to be able to read the word on its own. That's usually where we start, but it's actually more important to be able to read that sight word within a sentence. Because again, when we're teaching these sight words, it's because we need students to be able to recognize them in sentences in their stories. So another way I like to switch this game up is once students are comfortable reading those words on their own, I go ahead and take it up a notch and write simple sight word sentences on each of those cups. So instead of the cup just saying the word the, it might say, I see the ball, or I see the cat. Something like that. The game will be played the exact same way, just instead of students reading 1 word at a time, they're actually reading a simple sight word sentence. The second sight word game I want to share is called Roll, Read, and Race. Now, this game has been around for a gajillion years. I think I learned it way back in college when I was doing my student teaching or some of my practicum time, and I know it's been around for way longer than that. Some people call it race to read, rocket ship reading. There's all sorts of variations on the name, but essentially I'm going to put a picture right here of what it looks like. And basically the game is a very simple one, and it's just a great way for students to independently practice reading those sight words. So essentially what students will do is they will roll 1 die at a time. Once they roll that die, they need to find the sight word that is matched up with the number they rolled. So if they roll 2, they will have to read the word little. So they rolled the dice, they read the word little, and now they have to go ahead and write the word little in the box right above it. Students just keep rolling, reading, writing, and racing to the top, because the game is over once one of the columns is completely filled up. Now again, this is not a new game by any means, but this is an easy one to pass along to parents at home, and it's great because you can switch it up in many different ways. Just like in the last activity where you can do sentences, I actually do that a lot in this game. So in the boxes at the bottom where it would say the word little, I would actually write a sight word sentence instead that might say, I have a little cup, and I would underline the word little. So here, students will have to actually read the sight word sentence, but when they're writing, they still just write the underlined word. So they're still just identifying that word little even though they're reading it in a sentence. Then they will write it in the column above, and they'll continue again until one column is completely filled up. I actually have this recording sheet for you, both in printable and digital format. It is listed down in the description below that you can go ahead and you can either type in the words by yourself and send them along to students, or you could go ahead and type in those sentences like I said. If you want to play this totally digitally with your kids, you could also, as long as they have a dice, they can go ahead and you can actually insert text boxes in the little boxes above just the word. So instead of them actually printing out the paper and writing on it, they could go ahead and roll a die. And you can also find, like, I think they have some roll a dice websites online that you could also use. So even if they don't have a dice at home, you could play this one digitally at home. And then instead of students writing it, they would go ahead and type in each of the boxes until a column is filled up. And the last one I want to share is called Sight Word Scavenger Hunt. And this one is just a fun way to get students up, get them running around the house, and kind of get some energy out as well. For this game, you're going to go ahead and use a sheet like this one, and it has 6 blank boxes in there. Now, all of those boxes are the same size as a regular Post-it or sticky note. So what you're going to do inside the box is you can do it one of 2 ways, just like all the other 3 games I've shared. You can either just write one sight word in the box and have students read them and review each sight word first, or you can write a sight word sentence like I did in the picture. And just like I shared before, they'll read the entire sight word sentence, but they're trying to find that underlined word. Now on the sticky notes, you will write the matching sight words, the ones that are either underlined or just in the boxes, and you will spread them out and kind of hide them around your house. So you could either just use those 6 words, and one at a time, your student will get up, they'll run, they'll try to find a word, they need to read it out loud, and then they will match it with the sight word or the sight word sentence on their paper, and they'll put it right over the box. To make it a little more difficult, instead of just those 6 sight words spread around your house, you could actually do about 10 to 12 sight words, but only 6 of them are the ones that match. So they'll still have to kind of look around and find sight words on the wall, but find only the ones that match their paper. And just like the last game, I actually have a printable and digital version of this sheet that you can go ahead and print out down in the description. Now that one can't be played digitally, but it is editable, so you can type in whatever words or sentences you want your students to practice. And if this is a game you're sending home, you as their teacher might know exactly what sight words you want them to practice. So you could actually, for each of your students, go ahead, or they could like group them, and you can go ahead and type in the sight words or sentences and then send them along to parents to play at home. I hope you enjoyed all 3 of these sight word activities. I like them because they're easy to play at home and they're also easy to differentiate. Not only can you just choose whatever sight words your students are working on, but I also like them because you can add in the reading them within context option. Remember, it is just as important for students to read the word on its own as it is for them to then put it in context and read it there too. As always, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up so I know. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and click that bell. That way you're notified of every new week's video. See you next week. Bye.